Hello students of class 10th, how are you? I hope you all are fit and fine. So dear students, let us continue with the chapter 7 necklace written by Beauty Maupassant. So dear students, as of now in this chapter we have seen that this story is about a woman who uh, was born in a poor family, in the family of clerk, but she wanted to be a rich one. So that is why she was never happy. She always kept on thinking about the lives of rich people. One day her husband came with an invitation card of a ball. Uh, they have been invited by a minister in a party. When she saw the card, she was not happy. She did not want to go to the party as she did not have anything to wear for the party. Then she asked for 4,000 francs and her husband gave her. She bought a pretty dress. So when she put on the dress, she went, she was standing in front of the mirror and she realized that there should be something to wear around her neck. Then her husband advises her to go to one of her friends' house and borrow a necklace or anything which she could wear around her neck. So she went her friend Mrs. Forrester's house and she borrowed a necklace. She went to the party wearing that necklace, but unfortunately she lost that necklace. Then what happened in the story? Let us read out and come to know. So you all please take out Footprints Without Feet and open page number 43. So all students please open page number 43. We are going to start from this paragraph. She wrote as he dictated. The students, her husband did his best to find out the necklace. When he did not find, then he told her to write her friend that the clasp, the link of the necklace has been broken and she had given it for repair so that they could get some time. She did the same. She wrote her friend that the clasp of the necklace had been had broken, so that is why she had given it for repair and it would take some time. Okay, so she wrote as her husband dictated. Okay students, so let's see what happened next in this story and what message does this story give us. At the end of the week, they had lost all hope. So at the end of the week, now a week, they did not have any hope for finding the necklace. Now they were hopeless. They knew that they were not going to find out that necklace. And Loisel, older by 5 years, declared, "We must replace this jewel." Now her husband declared that they had to replace that necklace. Loisel possessed 18,000 francs which his father had left him. He borrowed the rest I skipped a paragraph, so look at it once again. In a shop of the Places Royal, not Places, sorry, Place, it's a proper noun. Place Royal, they found a chaplet of diamonds. So, in a jewelry shop, Place Royal, they found the same type of necklace, diamond necklace, same type of diamond necklace, which seemed to them exactly like the one they had lost. And this necklace, seemed to them same as they have lost. It was valued at 40,000 francs, but the value of that necklace was 40,000 francs. They could get it for 36,000 and they could buy it for 36,000. Loisel purchased 18,000 francs which his father had left him. Loisel was having 18,000 francs which his father had left for him. He borrowed the rest. Then he borrowed the rest, 18,000 francs. He made ruinous promises, took money from usurers. Usurers means, person who gives money on interest. Usurers. Let me write here. First word is ruinous. First word is N-O-U-S. Ruinous. Ruinous means causing serious problem. Causing serious problem, especially because of money. Especially with money. Okay. Next word is usurers. Usurers, a person who lend the money. They are money lender. Okay. Ruinous means causing serious problems, especially with money, and usurers means lenders. So what did they do? They borrowed the rest of the money. He made, a serious problem because of, money. Because of lack of money, took money from usurers. He took money from lenders and the whole race of the lenders. He took money. He borrowed money from the whole race of lenders. Then he went to get the new necklace, depositing on the merchant's counter 36,000 francs. Then he went to buy new necklace and depositing 36,000 francs on the merchant's counter. When Madame Loisel took back the jewels to Madame Forestier, the latter said to her in a frigid tone, "You should have returned them to me sooner. for I might have needed them. But when Mrs. Madame Loisel went to return that necklace to Mrs. Forestier, she said in a rude tone, "You should have returned it earlier as I needed it." So now turn to the next page. So let me first write the hard words and their meanings from page number 44. Then I'll explain. Okay, students. So get ready to write. Perceive. C-E-I-V. Sorry. Perceive. P-E-R-C-E-I-V-E. Perceive means see with great attention. See with great attention. Next word is attic. Attic. Attic means a small room. A small room under the roof. Under the roof. Odious. Odious means hateful. Sow. S-O-U means former French coin of low value. Former French coin of low value. Perceive. Perceive means see with great attention. Attic. Attic means a small room under the roof. Odious means hateful. Sow means former French coin of low value. Have you done? Once again, let me read them out as it is less visible on the board. Perceive means see with great attention. Attic means a small room under the roof. Odious means hateful. Sow means former French coin of low value. Okay. Yes. Write more words. Haggling. Haggling means quarreling over. Haggling means quarreling over. Quarreling, sorry. E. Sorry, beta. Quarreling, Quarre, double ing, quarreling over. Sorry for the same. More words. Crude. Crude means simple and basic. Simple and basic. Simple and basic. Awry. Awry. Awry means not in correct position or shape. Not in correct position or shape. So I hope you have read it. Once again, let me read out these words and their meanings. Haggling. Haggling means quarreling over. Crude. Crude means simple and basic. Awry. Awry means not in correct position or shape. Okay. Rest words where I will explain. I will keep telling you the meanings of more words which will be coming in this on this page. So let us continue. Yes. Now, Madame Forestier did not open the jewel box as Madame Loisel feared she would. When Madame Loisel returned that jewel box containing the necklace, Madame Forestier, she did not open the box. What would she think if she should perceive the substitution? What she would think if she would get to know substitution, if she would get to know that her necklace has been substituted by another necklace, what she would think? What should she say? What she take her for a robber? So these thoughts were coming in Matilda's mind. What would happen if she would come to know that that necklace was replaced by another one? Madame Loisel now knew the horrible life of necessity. Earlier, Madame Loisel was poor, but not as poor that she could not live a life of happiness. Her husband was earning enough to keep their life going. But now she had become very poor as they had to borrow money from lenders. Now uh, they they will have to repay that money. So Madame Loisel now knew the horrible life of necessity. She did her part, however, completely heroically. Even though completely heroically she did her part, It was necessary to pay his frightful debt. So for them, it was necessary to pay their frightful debt of 18,000 francs. It was not a less amount for them. She would pay it. They sent away the maid, they changed their lodgings, they rented some rooms in an attic. So they sent their maid. Earlier, Matilda, who wanted to live the life of rich people, now she had to send away the maid. They changed their lodgings and they had to live in small rented room. She learned the odious work of a kitchen. She had to learn the hateful work of kitchen. Earlier, she was not doing the odious work of kitchen. She hired a maid for the same. But now, she had to do that work herself. She washed the dishes. She washed the soiled linen. Linen means, strong cloth. So she had to wash the dishes. She had to wash the soiled linen. Linen means strong cloth. Their clothes and dish clothes. Dish clothes means, a cloth is used for a cloth which is used for washing the utensils, which she hung on the line to dry. She took down the refuse to the street each morning and brought up the water, stopping at each landing to catch her breath. Now, she herself had to bring the water from downstairs to upstairs, and when she was bringing the water, she was not in a habit of bringing the water from downstairs to upstairs, so that is why she was panting. Yes. And clothed like a woman of people, she went to the grocers and butchers and fruiterers with her basket on her arm, shopping, haggling to the last sou of her miserable money. So, dear students, earlier she wanted to live like a rich person, like rich people. Okay, earlier she wanted to live life of rich people, but now she had become the poorest one. She had to send her maid away. She had herself had to go to the grocer's shop, the fruiterer's shop, the butcher's shop, and she was quarreling over a so of money, a little amount of money. She was quarreling with the vegetable sellers, with the fruit sellers, and with the at grocer's shop. So she used to haggling means quarreling over with a little amount of money. So earlier her life was not so miserable, which had become after she had lost that necklace of Madame Forestier. So let's see what happened next. The husband worked evening, putting the books of some merchants in order, and nights he often did copying at 5 sous a piece. Husband also he started working hard He started working day and night. Husband, he worked evenings, putting the books of some merchant in order. He used to put some books of merchant in order and used to copy. Okay, uh, you know, uh, it costs 5. Value of low money, like we have paise, rupee in the same way. So and franc. So for little money, he was. So the students, he was working for little money, and thus they were saving their money to pay off their debt. And this life lasted for 10 years, and this life of Matilda and her husband continued for 10 years. At the end of 10 years, they had restored all. At the end of 10 years, they had repaid their all the loans. Madame Loisel seemed old now. Now, Madame Loisel, she looked old. She had become a strong, hard woman, and Madame Loisel, now she had become a strong, hard woman, the crude woman of the poor household. Now she was looking a simple and basic woman of poor household. Her hair badly dressed, her skirts awry. Her skirts, awry means not in a correct position. It was, it was not of a proper fitting. It did not fit to her body. It became loose. And washed the floors of large pails of water. So now she was washing the floors with large pails, means buckets. PAILS. Pails means bucket. Okay. So large buckets of water she was washing the floors. But sometimes when her husband was at the office, she would seat herself before the window and think of that evening party of former times, of that ball where she was so beautiful and so flattered. So whenever she used to get time, she used to sit at the window and she used to think about that day when she was looking very beautiful, when she was looking attractive, when she was looking, when everyone was admiring her in that ball in which she lost the necklace, and it changed her whole life. How would it have been if she had not lost the necklace? She started thinking. So how would it have been if she had not lost the necklace? How good her life was. How good it was if she would not have lost that necklace. Who knows how singular is life and how full of changes. So she said, who knows how singular the life is, and the life is also full of changes. How small a thing will ruin or save one. So she started thinking a small incident can change the whole life, can save or can destroy the whole life. Ruin means destroy. One Sunday, she was taking a walk in the Champs Elysees to rid herself of the cares of the week. She suddenly perceived a woman walking with a child. So one day, Madame Loisel, she was taking a walk at the Champs Elysees. Then she wanted to, get rid of those feelings which were coming after repaying the necklace. Now she wanted to, get relaxed. Then suddenly she noticed a woman walking with a child. It was Madame Forestier, and that lady was Madame Forestier. Still young, still pretty, still attractive. Madame Forestier was still young, still pretty, and still attractive. Madame Loisel was affected. Should she speak to her? She thought, should she speak to her? Yes, certainly. And now that she had paid, she would tell her all. Why not? So she decided that now she should tell all the things related to that necklace, how she lost that necklace, what happened next. So all the things now she should tell Mrs. Forestier. She decided. Okay, students. So this is all about today's class. In next class we will finish this chapter and we will also go through the exercises, question answers. Okay, students. So thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.